there one song or artist that you tried? You got the playlist, right?
Yeah, I had the playlist.
Was there a particular song or artist that meant something to you, or that you tried to, maybe it was a little unexpected?
Not really. Well, not really unexpected. I started it off with a gospel song, just because that's just who I am. First and foremost, I'm a believer in God, and so I had to start it off with that with Stomp with Kirk Franklin. So that was my favorite song of the whole day. So yeah.
Coach Welker has raved about you, talked about what a good culture guy you are besides your skill set. If you had to describe what you think you do well as a receiver, Trent, what would you point to?
Honestly, I would just say just doing my job, just doing what is asked of me. Muhammad Sanu gave me the nickname Textbook in San Fran. And, at first I didn't really like it, but as I kind of sat and thought about it, it really does speak to who I am. I always make sure, that I'm prepared, that I know my assignment, where I'm, being reliable for the quarterback, being, in the right spot and all those different things. So I think first and foremost, as a player in this league, to establish, to stay around for a long time, you got to be trusted. You have to be able to be trusted, and for you to be trusted, you have to be able to know your assignment, whatever that may be. And so, I think for me, that's my biggest asset, is just being, being trustworthy and being in the right spot at all times. So.
Are you feeling good about your chances of making the team? It'd be surprising if you're not. But how are you feeling about your chances?
I mean, honestly, I honestly really don't think about it. I literally just take it day by day. I don't even think about the end goal. I mean, I think we still have two more preseason games and everything like that. And I came in this league as an undrafted player, and I just had to take it one day at a time. If I'm supposed to be on this team, then I will. If not, granted, it'll work out somewhere else. But I'm not really worried about the end goal. I just take it one day at a time. So.
I read that at one point in your career, you were known for showing up at the facility at 5:30 a.m.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Do you still do that?
Actually, no, I don't. I don't do that anymore. I think as my career has progressed, and as I've evolved as a player, I've had to take some things out of my regimen and out of my routine. For one, my quality, my first thing that I take is my sleep. And when I was doing that, I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. And there was times where I was in the facility, I wasn't really. I was at the facility, but I wasn't at the facility, if that makes sense mentally. And so, I've had to take some of those things out of my routine, showing up first and everything like that. Because my thing was, I was showing up first, and I was beating everybody to the facility, right? I was, in my head, I'm like, oh, am I working this guy? Am I working this person? Whatever it may be. It wasn't for the right intentions. And so I had to take that out of my routine to make sure that I was getting proper sleep. So then that way when I can come into the facility, I can be well rested, I can be locked in for practice, I can be locked in for meetings and everything like that. So I don't really take pride in that anymore, just because, I had to take a step back and look, why was I doing that? And it was really all for the wrong reasons. And so now, I'm more focused on getting sleep, getting the proper, nutrition and everything like that. So
the nickname Textbook, what goes into that in terms of, give us a sense for how much time you spent studying, and especially when you first got here as joining a new team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, granted, the playbook here is the same as it is in San Fran. So, I mean, I'll take you back to when I was in San Fran. I mean, when I was studying, I was literally studying at least about 4 or 5 hours out the day. And I would take my wife, and we would literally go into the backyard or go to a field, and she would literally be my quarterback. And I would just have her calling out plays. I would line up and, just taking myself, through the plays. And that just goes back to just being prepared. That's on me as a player, right? I don't ever want to show up, to camp or to practice or, to anywhere unprepared, right? Because that's my job. I can control that. And so I had to make sure that I showed up knowing the plays, right? And that's an easy task. That's not something that's tough, and that's my responsibility. So I have my wife literally every single day. She would read out the plays. I would write the plays out. We would go out to a field nearby. I would jog through the routes, whatever it may be. So I would show up and I would be prepared. So
that's a dedicated wife.
Absolutely.
My wife is my editor, so I have to read my stories.
Absolutely.
She's harsh.
Absolutely.
I don't know if the Dolphins are going to have a special teams captain. Sometimes teams do. Sometimes it's just a group of captains. Would you be interested in applying for the position if there is one?
I mean, yeah. I mean, whatever it takes, man. I don't. I'm not going to shy away from any job on the team. I mean, whatever I can do to help the team win, to help bring this new culture to the Miami Dolphins, a winning culture to the team. I'm all for it, and whether that be special teams, whether that be on offense or whatever it may be, every person on this team has a role, right? And whatever role 14 has, come the time, hopefully I make the team, and if that's my role, then doggone, I'll do great at it.
To be clear, I wasn't implying that you're only a special
Yeah,
teamer,
no, I'm
just
with
that
you.
I know
Yeah,
you're a core special
yeah, no,
teamer.
absolutely, for sure, absolutely. And in my head, I can do special teams and play receiver. I take pride in that. I take pride in being the guy that can, because you got a lot of guys who play receiver and they can't do special teams. You got a lot of guys that play special teams and they can't do receiver. And so I take pride in being able to do both. And so, I'll step into that role full force if need be. So.
Chase said that he would give it to the defense today for those 2-minute periods. I was just curious, when the defense is making so many plays in a situation where you got to get the ball vertical, what can you take away from that as an offense?
Honestly, it's iron sharpen iron. Every single day, we come out and we try our best to get each other better. I definitely would agree with Chase. I feel like the defense got the best of us today. They came out, they executed their plays well, and we had some trouble executing our plays. All across up front, outside, quarterback, running back, everybody had trouble executing. And so, it's literally iron sharpen iron. Tomorrow we'll come out, we're gonna try to get them again. So, for me, I just think it's very, very important that there's days where defense wins and then there's days where offense wins, and it just goes back and forth. It's just a constant battle. So then that way, when we get out there on Sundays, we're able to feed off of each other. So.
Is that a situation where you want to really kind of push the envelope and see what you can get away with, since it's a practice and there's no results in the end of it?
As far as what do you mean get away with?
As far as just being more aggressive, if windows are tighter, just encouraging guys to put it in there and see what happens, or?
I think it's really about execution, right? I think it's about what the coach is coaching, the quarterbacks, what the coach is coaching the receivers, running backs, linemen, whatever it may be. And I don't think we always try to make sure that we don't go out and I'm referring what Mike was talking about in our team meeting. Just, he felt like some of the guys were going out and just kind of making up some stuff, not doing what we've been coached, in the preseason game. So I think that's what it's about. Staying on our technique, staying on what we've been coached, staying on the things that we're good at, and just being able to build on top of that, each and every single day. So.
Knowing the 49ers system so well, and Mike and Wes, as you've seen this roster constructed, each piece being added, Tyreek, Cedric, Chase Edmonds, have you thought about how they fit into this offense? Do each of these pieces in your mind fit really well with each of these guys' skill sets? Mostert as well, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think obviously you got Tyreek. I mean, you put Tyreek in any system, he's going to do his thing. Said is a big slot. He's out. I feel like this offense is built, for that type of player. And then obviously you have Chase. This offense loves having running backs coming out the backfield, running option routes, and being able to stretch it, tough runners and stuff like that. So I think those guys fit the scheme, very, very well. Honestly, I think they're overqualified, if you ask me. And so it's gonna be really, really fun to see how this offense explodes, come during the season.